sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, you see head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys at 2-0 to begin 2025. Across from him, it's Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from a rainy Cleveland. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to as contested as possible, no separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. Now it's going to be third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. Rolling right, taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field to play and keep him short of the first down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
Well, we had a chance to meet with him earlier in the week, and as you could probably expect, Mike, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up last week's 4-interception performance. It was still bothering him. He's still trying to move from it, and I think that's the point. The ability to move on from bad games, that's really a testament to playing quarterback in the NFL. You're going to have some struggles, but if those struggles carry over into the next week's game, now we've got a problem.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger. Bronco switch.
Here's Brown. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Cleveland.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. About the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not very big plays on the ground. It makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Micah Parsons on the tackle. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Come on. 76.
To throw is Sanders. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go check, go check.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Now, Sanders. This one just too far.
Shedeur Sanders has got to get better with the accuracy, man. You got a wide open man. I know it's raining out here, but come on, Shedeur. Wow.
Anyway, it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A good play action with Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do. And that's now their 2nd time failing to convert here in the early going on 3rd down. And talking to him this week, 3rd down efficiency was going to be such a critical element of the game. They knew 1st and 2nd down were going to be hard to pick up big chunks, and they were going to find themselves in these manageable 3rd downs. And when you get opportunities to hit them, you've just got to make these plays.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. They were forced to punt the first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take them down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the first down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains. Now, Shedeur. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's a Browns first down.
Let's go now.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Ready. Juggernaut, go.
Sanders will throw it. On the quick slant, that's Judy.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
Here's Sanders to throw. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road. You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate.
Might have to scrap that play, man. That one didn't develop the right way. That could have been brutal. Good thing it was a forward pass.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he pulled it left. No good.
Weather conditions affecting the kicking game. You can see it.
And this is
Gotta make a mental note of that next time. I might just go ahead and go for it or punt.
Practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So
Might have to keep the field goals maybe about 35 yards or under in this one. That rain coming down like that.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. On the handoff, this is Jacob. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. A gain there of 15. Good for a Green Bay first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
In motion, it's Golden. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid gain.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll run with Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
Check this.
They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down. To throw is Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. But dangerous Nicole Hardman on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. but they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On first down, it's Sanders. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Back to throw. Pass caught left side. That's Ertz. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Cleveland.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Oh, my gosh. Shedeur Sanders cannot. Jesus, accuracy is horrible.
6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Second and 10.
Well, you might have to go into the free agency pool, guys, and bring a quarterback in here who can make basic NFL. I'm not trying to rag on Shedeur, but he's not having the best start to a season, man.
Now they'll set up to throw. It was a short throw caught by Njoku. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to...
Oh, that weather, boy.
And bring up...
Couldn't get his footing. Weather playing a role out here in this game.
Playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Browns.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once...
Call them in the Tampa 2 zone. They were playing the pass, just ran right up the gut with Jimmy.
Defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win third down one-on-one. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback. He can play H-back. He can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run-after-catch. I think he's a good fit because, remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all three downs.
Here we go. Ready.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On the run, it's Wilson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job at that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal.
And the thing you like about Jacobs in this situation is that he's definitely not going to shy away from any contact or work to get into space. He is going to try to run like directly through your face. And when you talk about running behind your pads, that's what it looks like.
That is caught by the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. His second touchdown of this first half. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike. It's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Hardman now to return it. The Browns offense. And their running back set to go once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 4. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line. They would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations, because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL
I'm loving this commentary, man. This is some deep, in-depth commentary by Matt.
To the excitement of the NFL in 2025. They'll throw on 1st down with Sanders. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll give on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. On play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The former All-Pro, Trayvon Diggs, working his way in there to record the sack. And are they going to mark this out of bounds?
Oh, man, beautiful. Perfect.
What a kick.
Perfect. Coffin corner, baby. Let's see if we can get a safety here.
Check White. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like
How was that not a safety? The man was back there. He slipped in the back.
Well, they try to get the run started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds. Some anxious moments there as he's marked out at his own 2-yard line. 3rd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Good defense and special teams working together on that. I felt like we should have had safety before. I should have challenged it, maybe. I thought they had that safety on 1st down.
On comes the Packers punting team. As he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This returnable for Hardman. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Browns offense. And their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet.
Here we go. Start. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rams.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. And he can't hang on. through them. Just as the ball was arriving, it'll bring up second down.
Where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
On third down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Good. He missed it, and they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger.
He had the legs. The accuracy wasn't there.
Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Love. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen.
He should have went for the interception. Catch it next time. That should have been intercepted.
Is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Love. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Ready.
Here's Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there, second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next.
Jim Brown having a hell of a day. On pace for 140 yards rushing.
They'll run here with Brown. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
Brown special teams playing good, with the exception of the field goal misses. Special teams has been excellent, man.
Watch out now. 52.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Check pitch.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. We'll go play action with Love. Back complete to Jacobs. He's going to be marked down.
That was a sweet play by Green Bay. They totally fooled the Browns on that one, man.
The game there. First down, Packers.
Opposite. Green.
They'll run with Wilson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. Love firing to Golden. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Love. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This is about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. He'll set up the screen to Brown. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-up.
I tell you, the Browns just can't win for losing today, man. It is, wow.
Now it's Sanders. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Seven Pirates! Check smash! Check smash! Let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay, as his Packers head back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This will be returnable from his own 15. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
Let's go now!
As Shedeur on 1st down, they'll look to set up the screen here. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Sanders. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Sanders. That one on target to Moore. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Sanders. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
Sanders going to throw again. Downfield for Njoku. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call.
All right. Now we got a chance for field goal. How about that?
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And here's a man who went for 1,000 yards last year, James Cook. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Bills move to 2-1. They get the victory here. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's a guy who took a big step forward last year, Bijan Robinson. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons have taken a lead into the locker room. 17-14 the score. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Jets. And this is Garrett Wilson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. The Jets looking to go 3-0 to start the year. They lead at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Jim Brown with 100 yards in the first half.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Brown. And he finds some daylight.
Jim Brown coming out running hard. First carry of the half.
Continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll pitch it out here. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be taken down. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Browns first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor.
And Jim finished that run. He had 3 guys on him. He finished that run hard. That was going to, it wasn't going to be no jukes. That was a hit-on collision. He ain't going to ride out of bounds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Alert. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Start.
Now, Shedeur. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. Tried the defender, bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Sanders. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. And no return forthcoming. It's a tough sack, and will come out to the 20-yard line. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here we go.
In motion, Reed. Running is Jacobs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run. It's Wilson. And I don't think he's got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight. They sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down. No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. That is incomplete.
They rattled him. They try to go to the pass. We didn't blitz everybody that time.
The Browns offense. And they're running back.
Fooled them.
They've got great starting.
Now the Browns have the short field with a fresh Jim Brown coming back.
It is 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready, set.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Get up.
Now Brown. And he's able to find the crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Hold it ready.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Hey, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 77 look.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Down. Cut.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On the bootleg, it's Love. Off balance throw. It's complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Check pitch.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready.
In motion, Reed. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll find some space. Taking it.
Yeah, we got Jim's dealing with a little bit of injuries now. Got to give him a little bit of a breather here.
Trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Let's go now. Next, 18 Cardinal, 18 Trap 60.
Sanders will throw it. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 4.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
His throw left is complete with Judy. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Brown special teams. I'm telling you.
It's so hard to say what goes wrong on these bad snaps, Mike. You know,
Special teams saving their butt today.
Sometimes, frankly, it's just bad luck and things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline knowing they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
Ready.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here we go. Go.
Play action, it's Sanders. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
That's caught. It's the tight end Njoku. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. And he pulled it left. No good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Love. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete. Now brings up fourth down.
The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 3. Here's Chubb, and he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down.
Man, this Browns running game is smash mouth.
On the handoff, this is Chuck. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. Second down, 8 yards to go. On play action, Shedeur. Throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Cleveland.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This one not quite on target. Let him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Third, they need 8.
Here we go, Scott.
To throw again is Sanders. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Steady.
Again, it's Sanders. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
18, 5 in.
They go play action now with Sanders. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Folks' kick is good. And the Browns are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. Packers offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Black 40.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. The man in motion is Watson.
32.
Jacob will get it to start the 4th quarter. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Come on, set.
Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Defensive football game here in Cleveland. Browns 1-1 on the start of the season, trying to go to 2-1 after the loss to Baltimore last week. Hartman can't break it.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
Jim Brown with 115 yards on 20 carries, and he's had to earn every one of them. This Green Bay Packer defense is tough.
And then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. Check.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
65.
Now it's Sanders. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd down, Sanders in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the afternoon, number 5 for him on the year. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Correct one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third down, they need 5. Back to throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Here we go. 52. Ready.
On carry here for Brown. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down.
No, come on. 19, Charger, 19.
They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Cover 19. Cut 19. Cut 19.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. Open man, and that's Tillman. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down markers. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. But Packers offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Packers.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Browns have got to hold them to a field goal at best. They score a touchdown, this game's over the way this offense is looking. There's no way they can score 2 touchdowns in 4th.
2nd and 11. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up.
Man, this is a nail biter, man. I thought they had that 1st down. Oh, the Browns just will not die, man. Still in this. The passing game has been horrible. And Jim Brown's fighting off a couple injuries here. As you can see right there, he's not 100% right now. So he's gutting it out.
Here's Brown. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go. Let's cook it, Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. He's got room past the 25.
Jim Brown with a great juke. Man, what a play.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Go street. Seven Pirates. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And that is good coverage by
The best thing in this game has been obviously Jim Brown's performance, but the Cleveland Browns special teams is keeping them in this game with the field position changes, because they're doing a good job of kicking the ball, but they're getting down there and they're tackling at the point of the catch. They're not allowing returns. That's what's keeping Cleveland in this game right now, and the defense.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That complete to Jacobs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, well, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He's got a man. That's Watson.
That's going to do it.
Into the end zone.
They brought the blitz, and
Knockout punch.
oh, man.
Watson.
That might do it for the Browns right there, man. That was the play you couldn't give up. They just haven't gotten any pressure on Jordan Love all game either, man. The secondary's been good up until that point, but Myles Garrett has been neutralized. They had no pass rush.
This just might end up being too much to over.
We sent like 7 guys, and he had all that time.
This late in the 4th
They're just picking up the blitz and stopping all the pass rushing. Yeah, it's looking like it's bad now, guys. Looks like Cleveland's going to be 1-2 to start the season here because the running game ain't going to get back in the game now unless you break a big one. And the way Shedeur Sanders is passing, man, he is not anywhere near ready for a 2-minute drill situation.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. Now Shedeur on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now Shedeur. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Sanders. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags.
And Jim Brown is hurt. Slight injury over there.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Mustang 19. Seven Pirates. 79 Broncos.
Ready. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. Downfield for Njoku.
Here we go.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Ready?
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here we go. Yellow.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Throwing on second down, Love. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This is first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Sanders. Going deep downfield for Judy.
Oh my God! Got him wide open! And Shedeur Sanders, man, my God. Wide open.
Second down.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring a new quarterback in, man. We can't go through a season like this with a quarterback doing this. This is just, you can't. I can't condone this, man. We're going to free agency pool. See if we can bring in somebody, a veteran. Hey, we'll bring in Phillip Rivers. I don't know. We'll bring in Phillip Rivers. I think he's available in the free agency pool. They go sign Phillip Rivers for a cup of coffee, man. See what he does, because this is brutal, bro. We're gonna bring in Phillip Rivers for week 4. We'll sign him to a 1-year deal, veteran minimum. Because this is Shedeur. I like Shedeur Sanders and everything. He's a nice guy, but man, I can't condone us going through a season like this when your quarterback is missing guys wide open, throwing the ball erratically. I know it's raining out here, but still, I mean, Jordan loves passing good, so it hasn't affected him as much.
From the gun, it's Love. The outside, it's brought in by Golden. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And for the moment, that's a first down, but we do have a marker down. Let's see if this one will hold up. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. In motion, Reed. Here's Jacobs. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They continue their winning ways the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Derrick. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Man, Shedeur Sanders, man. If they had got anything out of passing, and look at these abysmal numbers. 25 for 50 for 200 yards, 50% completions. It got an interception. Surprised he didn't throw more interceptions than he threw. 4 yards per play. just not gonna get it done. I mean, you got Jim Brown out here. I mean, Jim Brown still put up 132 yards rushing, 5 yards to carry. Just wasn't enough, man. Was not enough. And they didn't get any sacks today for the Browns with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett got shut down today. He didn't do nothing, man. I think he had one solo tackle. That was it. Everything else assisted. Tackle for a loss that were assisted. He only had one solo tackle, man. That was it. He didn't do diddly squat today in this game. They shut him down. So Cleveland Browns go to 1-2 on this season as we continue with the Jim Brown 63 experiment here And let me tell you, week 1 was an absolute barn burner. Week 2 was amazing. This was just a defensive battle. Jim Brown got off, but nobody else did, and that was the problem. Like, Jim got his, and that was pretty much it. That's the one thing we're seeing, though. No one can stop Jim Brown. He pretty much can do whatever he wants as long as he just stays, healthy and pretty much conditioned. But, man, woo. Let's take a quick look at the recap here.
Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. Plenty to get you caught up on. We start in Cleveland. The Browns at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And
that's the play that killed him. Yep. That's the play that killed it.
In the middle of the field and
killed him.
54 yards for the score. The Packers are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Denver Broncos. And here's a man who's come a long way from the Achilles injury, J.K. Dobbins. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Broncos get the victory in the battle of unbeatens. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles hosting the LA Rams. And it's last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. The Eagles have no problems in this one. They get it done in blowout fashion. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.
So next game up will be the Cleveland Browns going on to take on the Mighty Lions. And that will be a tough game. Look at their defensive rating, 87 overall. Offense is at 89. Browns will need to really, really, really get it going here because, man, let's take a quick look and see how the divisions are doing. The AFC North, the Browns are right there, but they're still there, but they're the number 2 team in the division. So Baltimore is 2-1. Cleveland's 1-2. Remember, Cleveland beat Cincinnati in week 1. Cincinnati's 0-3. So Cleveland, despite this bad start to the season, they're still in the running for the division. So, but they're going to need to try to get this win against Detroit if possible. That'll bring them to 2-2. Before they even play Pittsburgh, they've already played Baltimore and Cincinnati once. So they have to play those 2 teams twice later on the season. And they haven't played Pittsburgh yet. So, needless to say, big game coming up here for the Browns here. Of course, every game in the NFL is a big game. Let's take a look here at the weekly awards. Jim Brown was the player of the week for 2 straight weeks. Not this week. This week it was Jalen Fields with 351 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Interception, and he got sacked. So no Jim this week. I kind of agree with that because I think this was the first time we saw Jim Brown have an okay game. I mean, 133 yards. Remember, he averaged that, and when he played in 63, that was his average. So it wasn't like he had out of the first 2 weeks of the season. He put up 250 yards average between the first 2 games. This is the first time he only got under 150, or under 200 yards, I should say. So, but with that being said, guys, I will see you for that as the Cleveland Browns will try to get on their win and try to get back into this hunt after the amazing Week 1 victory. They have dropped 2 games in a row, and the last one was abysmal with Shedeur Sanders passing the ball about as good as my grandmother. It was terrible. Some of the worst throws you ever want to see. Can Shedeur get better? Or maybe the Browns will have to go into the – matter of fact, let's go into the free agency pool and see who is available at quarterback, because who is out here? Holy crap, there's nothing. There is nothing. How about a trade? I mean, I'm just saying. How about a trade? Let's see if there's a trade available. Let's see if there's a trade available. $64 overall. You got Mac Jones. That would be a significant. Mac Jones, yeah, because they've got Purdy. They could probably, they probably would be interested. That would probably be the player you get, and he fits the scheme too. He's got a decent arm. His deep accuracy is good. His mid accuracy is really good. That'd probably be the guy you want to get is Mac Jones. Let's see if we can get Mac Jones, guys. Let's see. San Francisco's looking for a cornerback, a center, a left guard, a right tackle, or a free safety to get Mac Jones over there. You know what? Let's see if we can give up. Let's see if we can give up a draft pick. Let's start with draft picks first. Let's see if we can get a second. Let's see if we can give him a 26. No, those are already spoken for. How about a second round? No, that's spoken for too. How about a 2028 first round draft pick? Will they go for it? They're into it. There you go. They took it. 2028 first round draft pick for Mac Jones. Man, we'll take it. That's a significant upgrade at the quarterback position now, because, yeah, let's go ahead and get him out of there. Get Shedeur is no longer going to be the man. Let's get this over here at the depth chart. And there he is. Look at Shedeur, man. He's trending downward. Now Mac Jones is 2 points higher than him, but I think Shedeur gets a lot of his respect on his overall from his ability to run, because clearly he's not the most aware guy in the world, obviously. His short throws are not good. I mean, 84 is pretty bad. That's not, I mean, you're the easiest throws in the game. You can't even make those throws at a high clip. His medium is somewhat, but he struggles with that. The deep throw, actually, I don't think it's all that good. And there's the difference, his throwing power. He doesn't have any power. Under pressure, I should say. But, yeah, Mac Jones coming in here. What's his number? We're number 4? I think it was number 10. Oh, well, we're number 4 then, whatever. But, yeah, guys, Mac Jones under center now for the Cleveland Browns going forward. We might bring in Shedeur Sanders. Remember, he'll be doing reps and doing stuff in the off, doing practice. But that, guys, that brings it to an end, and we'll see what happens in week 4 against the Detroit Lions, who are 0-3 themselves. Wow, they're going to be looking for a win at home. Man, that's going to be a tough game. But, yeah, guys, I'll see you for that one here on the 1963 Jim Brown versus the NFL series. It's been pretty good so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.